one time. Who been the plug in the power? Ayy, came with a charge in my alley. Ooh, charge to the game like it's credit. Your team crowd need to edit. Yeah, I see face and get it. Hold up, ooh, that's dead. Need a minute, need a plan to revive. Let's get a shot pressing. They say what I say. They got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back, throw that shot up. I don't miss often. No look, I had the boss.
What a gorgeous nighttime view. And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said,
well, we're seeing a new trend in NBA practices. Coaches are marking.
A lot of talk about this, David. Some new ground certainly to look at. Thank you. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Powell.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the center filling out the middle. And for Atlanta, Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. John Collins is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Young in at the point guard position.
One of the league's best-kept secrets, Pascal Siakam out of Cameroon, discovered as a raw teenager at Basketball Without Borders back in 2012.
Now here's VanVleet after the miss from Trae Young. Lowry against Young. Back to Anunoby. Rebounded by the Hawks. Smitty, you're talking about Siakam. The Raptors president is from Nigeria and very active in the Basketball Without Borders program.
You're totally right. A prospect like Siakam was on his radar. The late first-round pick in 2016 was more than rewarding where he ended up at.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Pass to Young. Capella with it while recovering. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Passes to Young. Lets it go from deep. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
This is how you compensate for being 6'2". Trae Young sets his feet and gets it off quickly.
Lowry's shot is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
For Atlanta, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Herter passes to Young. Now Capella. Back to Young. Pass to Capella. Shot clock at 5. Takes a 3.
And they funk this quarter. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Young's shot is off. Lowry from outside. The rebound by Young. That has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Kicks it to Capella. In the corner, it's Hunter. The pass to Capella. Young with the ball. Hits the jumper in space. Young's got 5 points so far. Smitty, every team has its leaders, either official or unofficial. What's expected, in your opinion, out of a team captain?
Well, I think leadership, also have the same, voice of the coaching staff and organization, and also the voice of winning. I think if you have a leader that can do that, sometimes that leader's vocal, sometimes that leader leads by example, but you usually know who that is.
Reddish, he's checked in for the Hawks. A new group in now for the Raptors. Marc Gasol is checked in for Ibaka. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Pascal Siakam. Powell, he's checked in for OG Anunoby. Davis is subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Collins passes to Young. In the corner, it's Hunter. Three-pointer. Hollis-Jefferson with the rebound. The Raptors have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Gasol attacking. Pass to Hollis-Jefferson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And the Raptors took some heat for parting ways with reigning Coach of the Year Dwayne Casey. But his successor, Nick Nurse, guided this franchise to an NBA title.
Tremendous self-belief and determination. The only NBA head coach who was also a head coach in college, the G League, and and overseas. He's been preparing for this for a long time.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Capella. Carter comes in for Collins. Embry's checked in for Hutter. And it's Teague in for Young.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Dedmon kicks to Reddish. Passes it to Carter. And Teague has it in the corner. From deep. Walk for the new shot clock. That one, no good. And it's Davis with the ball for Toronto. Last time they met was in Toronto.
And they cruised to a big win in their last meeting, getting that opposing starting lineup out of the game early with foul trouble.
You can bet that was their game plan from the get-go. Don't be shocked if they're aggressive again today as well.
Teague can't hit. Last outing for the Hawks, it was a loss to the Knicks. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Boucher kicks to Powell. To the middle. Boucher's shot is off.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Pass to Dedmon. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And Serge Ibaka talked about his skill set. Now
bring my defense toughness.
And really, Ibaka is a seasoned veteran now, a terrific role player known for his defense.
And Ibaka knows his role and plays it well.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And what do you guys think about the Raptors here so far in this one?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter, we've got Davis. He's out there with Norman Powell. Marc Gasol is out there with Hollis Jefferson. And it's Boucher in at the power forward. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. He has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you.
Aggressive move from Siakam, putting all that length and athleticism to work.
Teague, the pass to Herter. Here's Fernando. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Shots good by Dedmon. Dedmon's got his second bucket.
Way to attack the interior. Dedmon really understands what the team needs from him. Amazing story for Dwayne Dedmon. Didn't play organized basketball until he was 18, undrafted out of USC, but his talent has won out.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Herter. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York. Teague finds Dedmon. Teague for 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. And he may have picked up the game late, but Dedmon is making up for lost time.
What I like, he's improved his hands and decision-making. He even added a three-point shot the last couple of years. You can tell he's putting the work in.
It's Vince Carter on the wing. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Kicks to Teague to the right side. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Herter, no good. Toronto leading by 4. Here's Van Vliet. Fernando pulls it in.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
And the pass to Van Vliet. He dishes it to Powell. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
And a moment now to see the stats for Powell. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb, averaging about 23 points per, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. But to have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. John Collins, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedman. Hunter comes in for Carter. Young is subbed in for Jeff Teague. Here's Herter. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Siakam pulls it in. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. Pass to Anunoby. Van Vliet kicks to Ibaka. Young against Lowry. Back to Ibaka. Outside Lowry. Fires the three. Cans it from downtown. Lowry's got the lead up to 7 now for Toronto.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first. I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Here's Siakam. Sweet move. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam, got better in every statistical category.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. Reddish comes in for Kevin Herter. Then for the Raptors, Marc Gasol is checked in for Ibaka. Monday Hollis Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. Davis is subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Now, here is Young. He's coming off a 31-point game against New York.
And his passing also off the charts in that game. In just about every aspect of their offense, he was dialed in.
Here's Young. 7-point differential. Capella. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Denver's checked in for Trae Young. And the Raptors also making a change. Boucher is checked in. And here's Gasol. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Back to Lowry. Right side Gasol. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Hunter. And it's Hunter with the jam.
Solid in transition. Hunter's eyes light up when he gets a chance to finish one of those off.
To the paint. Got it off in time. No good on the last second attempt there. And a close game so far through the first 2. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. And that should do it.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One of the stories here, Kyle Lowry getting it done today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back, and it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. You know, Smitty, NBA referees, officials now have a presence on social media aiming at educating fans on calls and why they're made.
Yes, and I love it, Kevin, if you have these demos and talk about plays and games and situations that you're educating fans. It's just that fans look at it when these referees, who are human, miss calls, and then they want to re-show these plays that they missed. We still got to understand they're human, and they're going to miss some calls.
Well said, Steve. The Hawks trail by 6. Tipped away. Van Vliet kicks to Lowry. From past the arc. And again, Toronto with the triple.
A good find by Kyle Lowry. Doesn't always get enough credit for his vision.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level, and his determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, D.A. Great story, and thank you. Here's Herter. After the basket by DeAndre Hunter. Here's Young. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. So it's Toronto now.
What I like about Collins defensively, he understands where he needs to be.
Passes it to Herter. Hawks passing it around. It's stolen by Lowry. Here's Van Vliet, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Van Vliet's got his first points in this one.
They're doing work here in the second half, 3 or 4 to start. And when you think about some of the most entertaining Hawks teams, my mind always goes to the human highlight film.
Reason why, he was a 9-time All-Star, NBA scoring champion, had some legendary matchups against Larry Bird and Chuck Person, to name a few. One of the most electrifying players in the history of the game.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Carter comes in for Hunter, and it's Teague in for Kevin Herter. And Toronto also making a switch. Powell's checked in. Now, here is Young. Just 4 to shoot. Teague can't hit.
Ugly start to this half, hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
Here's Siakam. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Siakam's got the lead up to 11 now for the Raptors.
I like that. Get the ball to Siakam close to the rim where he can put his size to work.
Here's Capella. The shot will not fall. Some solid defense from Ibaka. Siakam passes to Van Vliet. And Siakam throws it down.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Teague kicks to Collins. Pass to Capella. Now Young. Kicks it out to Collins. Shot's good from Young.
The ability of Trae Young to take it up inside makes him difficult to pressure out on the perimeter.
And Siakam throws it down.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
Now here's Collins. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And his first shot of the game, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And out of UCLA, Norman Powell. Athletic 6'4" combo guard. Said he modeled his game after Russell Westbrook.
And I can see why. He's gifted physically as well. A 6'11" wingspan, a 40-inch vertical leap. He's more of a 2-guard in my opinion. And he's off to a strong start in his young career.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Capella. Reddish comes in for Vince Carter. And it's Bembry in for T. Now, here's Reddish. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Bembry misses. And the Raptors with possession. They're on a 15-4 run. Powell, that's good. Powell's got 4 this quarter.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Inside. Young pass to Collins. Bembry kicks to Dedmon. We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
More comfortable on the finishing end these days. Dedmon's jumper is looking great.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Off target from 3-point range. Young outside. And there's the pass to Dedmon. It's Young on the wing. And so it's the Toronto Raptors riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We'll return shortly. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So for Toronto right now, Davis is out there with Lowry, and it's Marc Gasol, and it's Boucher in at the 4 spot.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Out to the wing. Herter passes to Bembry. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Fires from deep. And Herter gets it to go.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Lowry passes to Gasol. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists tonight. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Hunter kicks to Reddish. He feeds it to Hunter. It's deflected. Gasol looking around. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And that one's good. Hunter.
And what started it all, terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
Most teams now are looking to play with pace. No better way to ignite the break than off a turnover.
Now here's Lowry. 2 points. That one goes. And the Raptors lead by 16.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Pass to Reddish. Dedmon with it. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. And a quick look at how Atlanta's schedule shaping up. On Saturday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Monday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And that game against the Wizards, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long. And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? And the Raptors with the ball after the basket by Atlanta. Gasol passes to Hollis Jefferson. And there's the rebound by Dedmon.
It could be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
Here's Herter. He can't get it to go. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Gasol passes to Hollis Jefferson. Oh, wide open look for Gasol. Raptors get it back to the inside. Boucher kicks to Davis. Hollis Jefferson. It's good on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Passes to Bembry. Here's Herter. Now recovering. Herter, no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Davis and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. One-on-one here. Coaches talk about young players needing to experience the playoffs to understand that level. Smitty, why is that so hard to simulate without going through it?
Kevin, reasons why is in the playoffs, everything is taken to another level. Also, you're seeing this team night in and night out. They know your plays. You know their plays. It comes down to just execution, and you can't have careless turnovers or those brain freezes you have in the regular season.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Raptors.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kyle Lowry.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
6 to shoot. Pass to Dedmon. Now here's Reddish. He's covered closely, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Atlanta making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Collins comes in for Reddish. And Trae Young subbed in for Benbury. Raptors also changing it up. Siakam is checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Davis. Now, here's Hunter. Collins passes to Herter. A 3-ball. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Few people see the floor as well as Trae. If you're open, he'll find you.
Lowry from deep three-point land. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. They came in here and, all right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our favorite moments on NBA 2K TV. Check it out.
Welcome to this very special episode.
What a fantastic look at the skies, and well, they certainly can. Well done, DA. Thank you. And here's a look at some numbers for Powell.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the 76ers, Richardson and Harris filling out the wings. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. And it's Milton in at the point.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Of the Raptors, Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
Here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
It's easy to admire Embiid. I mean, the game seems to come so easy to the big fella, especially when it comes to dunk.
Richardson kicks to Harris. Embiid with it. Lowry picks him up. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Clock at 6. The 76ers need to get off a shot from 20 feet out. Again, Philadelphia.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
It's been several possessions since they've converted.
And they've got to find a way to change that.
VanVleet passes to Anunoby. Down low, here's Siakam. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons. Back to Embiid. Passes it to Richardson. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish.
Well, they weren't going to stay perfect forever, but still shooting 80% from the floor to start the game.
And again, no good by Toronto.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And more and more recognition for all the things he does. Horford's finally gone from underrated to appreciated.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss Al Horford's impact. It goes way deeper than the box score.
And some detractors have looked at Horford's stats, and Greg, they said he's not an all-star. Even Sports Talk Radio calling him average Al.
Nonsense. I mean, still a great defender, efficient scorer, elite passer as well for a big man. Then you get to his leadership. Big Al is the total package. And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Now here's VanVleet. Defense right on him. Anunoby kicks to VanVleet. Pass to Siakam. That one's rebounded by Embiid.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Oh, wow!
Nice! Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. They've decided to pound the ball inside, using their physicality to set the tone.
Siakam misses.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Back to Embiid. He kicks to Harris. There's the pass to Thibault. Horford in the post. Siakam's there. Good on the bucket.
excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor. Just in total control so far.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
And the first one drops.
Yeah, and I love the fans in Philly. They're notoriously prickly, though. They expect hard-nosed effort. If not, they'll let you hear about it.
And Toronto making a change here. Marcus All's checked in for Ibaka. Hollis Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. Powell, he's checked in for Fred VanVleet. Davis is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Embiid, the pass to Neto. And Davis sends it back. Fast break Toronto. Deflects the pass. And now it's Burks running. He can go all the way. It's Korkmaz in the corner. Here's Neto. Left side, Scott. Pass to Korkmaz. Back to Burks. Shot clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. Scott. Good.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Now here's Powell. Here's Siakam. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now, you got to be careful around Embiid. When he's around, he's capable of coming up with these blocks.
And so it's Philadelphia riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease.
It never occurred to me that I'd be shooting threes at this rate.
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Guys, 76ers pretty much in control here, it would seem.
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, and now they got to find a way to keep it going, keep growing that lead.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Scott. He's out there with Joel Embiid. Alec Burks is out there with Korkmaz, and it's Neto in at the 1 spot. This end of the season awards already being debated. What did it mean to you when you were named All-NBA?
Well, it meant a lot, especially in my era, again, of playing against the best power forwards, I feel, in a group of all time. And so it meant a lot. There's only one power forward position, and so to be on that All-NBA team, it's something that's more special to me than being an All-Star, because it's not about being the best 12 or 24. It's about being the best 5 in the league. And so those moments were always special, being named the first team as well.
And like you said, you played in the golden era of the best players ever to play that position.
I tell you what, I think I played in an era where anyone that you would have picked in the power forward from the Western Conference, I couldn't have been upset at over myself, because everyone played in such a dominating fashion. Their teams were winning, and I knew personally how hard it was to guard these guys one-on-one.
Outside Robinson. That one's off, still out of sync. Last game for the Raptors, they picked up the W against the Jazz in Salt Lake City. Here's Hollis Jefferson, and it's blocked. Outside Robinson. 76ers moving the ball around. Kicks to Scott. Back to Robinson. The dish to Scott. Pass to Robinson. Count it from 12. Robinson's got his first bucket of the night. Raptors trail by 10. Out left of the wing. Here's Boucher. Robinson pulls it in. 76ers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. It's Korkmaz in the corner. Scott inside, tries from the block. There's Embiid, rejected by Gasol.
Got to be wary of Gasol. I mean, he's good at using his length to turn away shots.
Korkmaz, no good. And it's Davis with the ball for the Raptors. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Siakam misses.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And Greg, Al Horford over the summer opting out of a contract with Boston, the final year with the Celtics. A bit of a surprise to fans.
You know, Horford said he wanted to test free agency. Talks between him and Boston abruptly ended, was wooed by several teams, but ultimately signed on with the Sixers.
Pass to Embiid over Ibaka. That misses off the backboard. Raptors trail by 11. Here's Anunoby. Now the pass to Van Vliet. They recover it. Pass to Horford. And finished off by Horford.
Horford, so vicious in how he attacks the cup. Definitely a threat to throw it down off the drive at all times.
This one for three. Here's Siakam. Back to Van Vliet. Ibaka right side. Passes it to Anunoby. It's stolen by Harris. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Thibault. Embiid trying to break loose. And that one's good. Thibault. And the 76ers lead by 15. Toronto, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Lowry inside the line. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his first foul. Here's Milton. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Richardson finds Harris. Here's Milton. One second left. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Philadelphia. Their lead at 15. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They lead by 15. And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
Yeah, you must try to match his energy level first and foremost. But right now, he's just out hustling guys.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. And Van Vliet out there with Lowry, and it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. Here's Milton. No points in the game yet for him. It's Richardson on the wing. Pass to Milton. Just 5 on the clock. The feed to Horford, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Philadelphia 76ers. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. Then on Monday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards.
And you know for that Hornets matchup, even though they should get the win, I would expect it to be a bit of a battle. Just because they are favored doesn't mean it's an automatic W.
Look at the unselfishness of Embiid, Kevin. I mean, he's solid at realizing when one of his guys is uncovered.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And for the Sixers, the health of their draft picks has been a story. Zaire Smith, Markelle Fultz, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, all missing significant time with injury.
Health continues to be a key for them, GA. Embiid in particular, he's missed some games last year, missed some back-to-backs. He's 7'2". You just hope his knees could withstand the grind. They got to keep him going to reach their goal.
Harris passes to Horford. Back to Harris. From outside the arc. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So the Raptors will take it the other way.
That's their first shot of the half that hasn't found a mark. It's been a good start for them.
Here's Anunoby. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Harris.
And the potential Anunoby has is exciting. Has the athleticism, the shooting touch, and the drive to keep improving.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Robinson's checked in for Joel Embiid, and it's Burks in for Richardson. They get the rebound. Horford. Harris inside. Powell pulls it in. Raptors trail by 19. Davis kicks to Anunoby. Back to Davis. Lots of room. And he knocks down the jumper. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Burks the pass to Robinson. Stolen. And they're on the break. And here they go. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Alec Burks. The Raptors shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Chris, we talk about perimeter scoring becoming more prevalent. The biggest shift coming from bigs shooting more threes.
Yeah, they are now counted upon to space the floor. And the better you can shoot, the better you can space the floor. And then more importantly, if you can knock down that three, you become a triple threat because now you can shoot there, maybe you can dribble and get by, or because of your height, you see different passing lanes, and you can be a better passer, getting your teammates involved, and they like that spacing as well.
Poke loose, stolen by Robinson. Here's Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. Harris has got 4 this quarter.
And look how committed Harris is when he's sprinting to the hoop. Not many defenders are going to want to get in his way, and he's that intense.
Boucher kicks to Powell. Out to the right wing. Hollis Jefferson passes to Powell. He dishes it to Gasol. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
As he enters his mid-30s, Marc Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. If anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player.
Korkmaz checked in for Philadelphia. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Toronto.
And look at Mark's brother Powell. I mean, the top 3 pick. Mark went in the 2nd round. But if Mark stays healthy, the career comparisons will get really interesting. But he's having a great night from the floor, and they're going to keep leaning on him, looking to grow the lead.
Ibaka dishes to Davis, and the shot goes down. Davis has got his 2nd basket. The 76ers leading by 16. 76ers moving the ball around. And there's the pass to Thibault. There's 42 seconds left here in the third quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And while Horford can space the floor, I like him getting inside and using his strength to force the issue.
For Philadelphia, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
And it's Davis with the ball for the Raptors. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Harris. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. And it's 6 points for Tobias Harris.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Taken away. There's the lob for Harris. Kicks it to Horford. Pass to Korkmaz. Ball stolen. There's Hollis Jefferson. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Right back after this break. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Control the pace. Get it to the right guy at the right time. These requirements top the list if you're a good point guard.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Then it's Josh Richardson, and it's Thibault in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. And the 76ers making a change here. Milton's checked in. And Toronto also making a switch. Anunoby's checked in. The free throw drops for Embiid. There's one of the most versatile scorers in the game, Tobias Harris. He had some great teachers, too, including Hall of Famer George the Iceman Gervin.
Yeah, well, check this out, Kevin. His father was Gervin's agent late in his career. I mean, from age 10, Tobias got to train at Gervin's facility every summer, and they still work out to this day. That's a real one. Harris learning from a great how to get buckets.
Van Vliet with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. Siakam, good.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
The 76ers leading by 15. Milton the pass to Embiid. Here's Thibault. While recovering. Passes to Richardson. And here's Embiid. Clock at 4. Fires for 3. They get it again. Raptors trail by 15. Siakam finds Lowry. And Siakam gets it to go on the assist by Lowry. Siakam's got 8 points here in this quarter. To the middle. Pass to Thibault. Now here's Richardson. Here's Milton. Over to the wing. Embiid inside. Defended by Ibaka. Unloads. Embiid, no good. The Raptors have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Count that one. And the 76ers lead by 15.
With broad shoulders and a solid upper body strength. Now, Harris is lethal around the rim.
Lowry kicks to Van Vliet. And the 3 off target.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Down low, Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
It's easy to forget about the athleticism of Harris until he dunks on your head, and he's happy to remind you of it on that play like that.
Left side, Ibaka. The pass to Siakam. Back to Ibaka. Shoots over Embiid. Shots good by Ibaka.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish you.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Richardson outside. feeds to Embiid. And that one drops.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up to score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Here's Harris. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
Turns an easy jump shot into a tough one by going to the fadeaway. Look what happened.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Philadelphia.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Joel Embiid.
They needed someone to do the heavy lifting tonight, and he was their man, scoring every way he knows how.
From 10 feet out, Harris, and staying with the play, Harris.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
Thibault, the pass to Embiid. 76ers moving the ball around. Now, here's Richardson, covered by Van Vliet. Richardson, no luck. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Toronto. Over to the left wing. Richardson outside. Pass to Harris. Stolen by Van Vliet. Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what...
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
Welcome to and David Aldrich. Well, David, he's come a long way. Thank you. It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. You take a look at the Raptors. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And, of course, there's the Celtics, right on their heels as they've got the next best record.
And for the Raptors, they've come through for their fans this season. All the optimism surrounding them, all the high hopes, all proved to be legit.
Well, how about the momentum they have built to get off to this fantastic start? All positive vibes right now for this group.
So let's take a look at the Toronto Raptors starting lineup. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the center position. And for the Celtics, Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Daniel Tice out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Walker in at the point guard position. Out of Cameroon, Pascal Siakam. Drastically improved last year, Doris. Is he the prototypical modern power forward?
He is, Kevin, and there's a few reasons why. The guy can rip and run. He can space the floor. He is switchable on the perimeter defensively. He can go inside, outside. Everything you want in terms of versatility, Pascal Siakam brings to the table.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well. Well, Gordon Hayward obviously still working his way back to peak form. Let's remember, this guy was an all-star in 2017. We know he can be a franchise guy.
And Doris, you talk about when Gordon Hayward is playing his best. What makes him, in your mind, so special?
Well, when he's right physically, he can be a go-to offensive weapon, Kevin. This guy is the true definition of triple threat, right? He can pick you apart with his passing, with his shooting, and also off the dribble drive. Boy, when he's right, he is tough to stop.
Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
To the left wing, the 3. Anunoby, no good. The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Here's Brown. Buries it down low.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
To the inside, and stolen by Tatum. And Walker kicks to Tatum. Back to Walker. Outside Tatum. Off target with his 3. The Raptors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Inside, Siakam. Here's Lowry. Siakam. Siakam on the follow.
Pascal Siakam can be a menace on the glass. He's got length. He's got athleticism. Look out.
Tatum wide open. He fires one. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Anunoby. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Lowry passes to Ibaka. Siakam kicks to Anunoby. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
14 feet away, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
And Toronto choosing their team name back in '94. The fans helped them narrow it down, and with dinosaurs all over the silver screen, it helped tilt things towards the Raptors.
And we all remember those early uniforms, those giant velociraptors across the front. Fortunately, they've toned it down a bit since then.
Siakam misses.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Here's Hayward, and Hayward with the stuff.
Well, just great recognition from Hayward. Shows his vertical to finish that pass.
To the right side. Here's Anunoby. Passes it to Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
The Celtics with the lead. Up top, Brown. Covered by Van Vliet. Now here's Hayward. Guarded closer. Can't hit from in close. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
And it's Lowry penetrating. Here's Siakam. Pass to Ibaka. Poked away. It's stolen by Brown. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. There's Walker with the three. Toronto grabs the miss. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds in this game. Anunoby. It's hauled in by Brown. Pass to Walker. Back to Tice. Dishes to Hayward. To the paint. The three from Tatum. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. A good close contest so far as we finish the... And let's listen to Pascal Siakam talking about the work ethic of his teammates.
You come in every day. Guys in the gym every single day. So I used to think that I was always...
And Greg, when everyone is working hard, it builds a chemistry.
And a culture. Kevin, winning teams all have it. It's not enough to be here. You want to win.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Offensively, they took care of the ball, and defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Davis is out there with Powell, and it's Marc Gasol, and it's Hollis Jefferson in at the three.
Well, one thing there's no question about is that Norman Powell is a gifted athlete. Now it's about rounding out that game, particularly his shooting.
Here's Hollis Jefferson, and finished off by Gasol.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Boston trailing. And just like his brother Powell, Marc Gasol active in humanitarian causes.
I mean, we saw him volunteering on rescue boats in the Mediterranean. Marc doing his part, but also bringing attention to that humanitarian crisis.
6 on the shot clock. It's Williams with the drive. Cantor. Good. The nice assist for Williams.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Powell kicks to Davis. Gasol passes to Boucher, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
There is such incredible awareness and feel for the game. Marc Gasol, such a good passer.
And he gets it to go.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Davis. Marcus Smart picking up that last basket. Hollis Jefferson passes to Boucher. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. He dialed that one up from long distance. Davis has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Wanamaker. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Celtics trail by 5. Williams attacking. It's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And, guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable. There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And, GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
And the Celtics rebounding well this summer. From the loss of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, Kemba Walker possibly a better fit for this team.
And with their young core, understandable that they didn't want to extend Horford out to age 37. A revamped roster, but I think they remain a contender in the East.
And the Celtics with possession here after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Wanamaker misses.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
Boston, no good that time either.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
In the corner, Smart with it. Walker against Lowry. Walker with a clean look. Good, and Smart gets the assist.
Well, you have to admire how Smart is running this offense right now. He has a knack for spotting open teammates.
And stolen by Williams. To the wing right side. The kick out to Brown. Back to Canner. There's the dish to Brown. The three. And that one is off. And Toronto will go the other way with it.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Van Vliet passes to Lowry. Here's Siakam. And Cantor pulls it down. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Smart leading the charge. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Brown's got it back down to single digits for the Celtics. And a deep three from Lowry. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And the first half is now in the books.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. Their field goal percentage was a robust. And that's a wrap for our halftime show.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. But you can't help but notice that teams are shooting earlier in the shot clock. One theory being the faster you shoot, the more possessions you get.
Well,
and the numbers would speak to that.
No doubt, Kevin. And the reality is, for announcers and for fans, that breakneck pace makes it more exciting for us. One NBA coach told me this past year that your field goal percentage in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock gives you your best opportunity to make it. And the longer that shot clock goes on, the more your field goal percentage dips. So, hey, good for us, good for the fans, good for the teams.
And that's because the defense has a chance to settle, correct?
Exactly right.
Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Tice in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. The three from Tatum. The three-pointer is right on target. Tatum's got 6.
This guy is a sensational shooter. It doesn't take a lot of separation for Jason Tatum to put it in the basket. Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Boston getting another chance here. Brown outside. And here's Walker outside. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 3rd assist on the night. Raptors leading by 5. He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, "A Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole." Kevin, that's what made him. From Philly to Villanova to Toronto to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you. Walker. Ibaka with some nice D.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Tatum on the wing. With a tie, drains it from beyond the arc. Tatum's got the game tied up here for the Celtics.
And the Celtics, Brad Stevens, one of the youngest head coaches in the league and also one of the more respected.
And Greg, I was surprised that he didn't get any Coach of the Year votes 2 seasons ago. Think about it. The Celtics overcame injury to make the Eastern Conference Finals. Last season, he admitted his most trying in the 12 years as a coach. Boy, he is looking to get them back on track.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Williams, he's checked in for Tatum. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. Just 5 to shoot. They get it back. Hayward passes to Tice. It's stolen by Ibaka. A pass to Anunoby. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And with a monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by Boston.
It's Brown with the drive and foul. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Williams finds Brown. Now Williams. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Wanamaker, the pass to Williams. To the middle. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
And, Greg, they found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
To the inside. Here's Smart. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That is his first foul of the game. And so Ibaka will bring it up for Toronto. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Raptors have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. 54 seconds left in the third. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Here's Wanamaker, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. Hollis Jefferson passes to Ibaka. Raptors moving the ball around. Right side Gasol. Low block shot. And no good. Trying to use the glass. And here's Boston. They're on a 17-5 run. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Enes Kanter's checked in for the Celtics. Pass to Gasol. Here's Hollis Jefferson. He's covered by Kanter. Back to Gasol. Kicks to Davis. Hollis Jefferson passes to Ibaka. 4 on the shot clock. Toronto needs to get off a shot. Here's Gasol. Back to Ibaka. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
A 3 ball. Can't get it to fall. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Celtic. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Powell in at the 3 slot. The Celtics with the lead. Tatum on the wing. Guarded by Powell. Back to Tatum. Shoots over Powell. Siakam pulls it in.
That's a shot he makes with regularity, but that time the defense up to the challenge.
Back to Gasol. Williams with the block.
A main staple in Williams' game, that sixth sense for when to rise up and deter those shots.
And here's Tatum for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Tatum's got 9 points now in just the second half. Inside. That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Gasol.
Well, not much you can do there defensively. Marc Gasol, just too much size to stop from that range.
Now Smart. Outside, Walker. Tatum dishes to Walker. Clock at 6. He kicks it to Smart. The Celtics need to get a shot off, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Daniel Tice is checked in for the Celtics. Gordon Hayward comes in for Williams. Raptors also changing it up. Ibaka comes in for Marc Gasol. And OG Anunoby subbed in for Powell. Pass to Siakam. Down low, Anunoby. Yes! And the foul. It goes on Jason Tatum.
They are just killing him on the interior.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
And the city of Boston, 12 championships since 2000, 6 in football, 4 in baseball, and 1 apiece in hockey and basketball.
Greg, you'd have to say Boston has become the sports capital of the country. The fans are knowledgeable, they're passionate, and they are justifiably proud.
Siakam, right side. Back to Ibaka. And yes, it's good. And the Raptors lead by 1.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Anunoby in the corner. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist. Anunoby's got 6 in the quarter.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Smart kicks to Walker. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Here's VanVleet. Banked in off the glass. And it's a 6-point Raptor lead.
Well, OG Anunoby is going to continue to develop his game. And that pass, that was pretty.
In the corner, it's Hayward. To stop the run. It's good from long range.
Kevin, don't you love that Gordon Hayward demanded the basketball in such a crucial possession? He has really matured.
deciding where to go with it. Back to Walker. The three gets the three-pointer to fall.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Here's Tatum. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, you like to see Jason Tatum be aggressive even when the defense gets physical.
Jaylen Brown's check in for Marcus Smart. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a two-point ball game.
You get the sense this guy relishes getting to the free throw line in these tough moments. You talk about clutch, this guy is it. Pascal Siakam, improvement, yes. Big-time player, no doubt.
Celtics have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Tatum drives in. Offensive rebound. The shot missing. The Raptors have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Ibaka, the rebound by the Celtics. 107 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Tatum. Yes!
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Good! A huge shot to tie it up.
This is an important part of Pascal Siakam's game. Get into your mid-range, catch your rhythm.
Brown, the pass to Walker. It's good!
We got a shadow Walker. His mid-range game is on point.
Here's Ibaka. Count!
Oh, my goodness. Serge Ibaka with the killer instinct in an important situation. Love it.
35 seconds left to play in the final quarter. In the corner, Tatum with it. Back to Walker. 6 to shoot. It falls!
And they do have a foul to give.
11 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And Ibaka kicks to Anunoby. Pass to Siakam. Here's Van Vliet. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up. And thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right now.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both. Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this DA. And the game is going global. You're right. Thank you, DA. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Collins is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Young in at the point. And for the Raptors, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Ibaka in at the 5. And at the end of the year, Brent, we've been seeing an uptick in play from some young lottery-bound teams.
Well, they're always excited about having opportunity to play loose and play free. The backside of that is you didn't play well enough to get into the playoffs.
Right.
So, you know, good coaching staffs with young teams that have potential, Kevin, will ask their teams to be spoilers. Like, embrace the idea of let's compete tonight against that team because they're the 4th seed. Yeah, let's go up against this.
Sure.
There are other teams that, quite frankly, just give up on the year. And some guys will have some big empty numbers to finish off the season. You got to temper your kind of eyeballs on those things.
Siakam inside, working on Collins. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Out to the right wing. Here's Herter, now recovering. It's good. Hunter's got his second basket of the night.
With a number of moves and shots to choose from, Hunter is scary. Nice bucket there.
VanVleet passes to Anunoby. He kicks it to Lowry. Back to Anunoby. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Siakam. Stolen by Collins. Hawks passing it around. Shots good from Young.
Big man John Collins seeing the court that time.
And so Lowry will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. 4-point game. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
The second unit came in last game and just played lights out basketball. I'm sure they'd like to do that again.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
The Hawks shooting their first free throw of the night here.
It's really all about Trae Young and his skill. And you know how many hours that takes, Kevin? I mean, he is putting time in the gym to show you what he's capable of out here on this floor, and he makes it look easy.
Here's Herter. Now, here's Hunter. Pass to Herter. It's tipped. Shot clock at 5. Siakam pulls it in. And Brent for Trae Young. Remarkable how his game has grown.
It's going to be interesting over the next 3 to 5 years what kind of layers Trae Young can add to his game. We know he is a prolific shooter. He's got deep range. He's a good playmaker. But how good does he want to be? We're going to find out how complete he can be.
Lobs it up for Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
And the slithery agility of Ibaka. Not many guys can go up with him to stop the catch and dunk.
And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul. A new group in now for the Raptors. Marcus Gasol's checked in for Ibaka. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Pascal Siakam. Norman Powell's checked in for OG Anunoby. Davis is subbed in for Fred VanVleet. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Clint Capella. Carter comes in for Hunter. Reddish, he's checked in for Kevin Herter. And it's Teagan for Young. The Raptors making a switch here. Boucher is checked in. Here's Powell. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Atlanta leading by 3. And here is Teague. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the...
Oh, man. Fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Now, here's Dedmon. 14 points from him the last game against New York.
That's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
Davis down low. Teague covering. Baseline try. And there's Gasol. That's good on the assist by Davis.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Carter down low. There's the feed to Dedmon. And Gasol sends it back. And he's able to get it back. They retain possession. Well, it was Toronto winning their last game against the Jazz in Salt Lake City.
And it seems odd to say, given that they won that pretty easily, but really they did not look especially strong in that game.
And you know as well as I do that the coaches had a long laundry list of things that they could have done better that night, but still, it turned out to be a good win for them.
Now Powell. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's Atlanta. They're up by... You may not remember Vince Carter traded on draft night for his...
So as I'm sitting back there, it's like there's been a trade.
The 5th and 6th picks in the draft, both of them went on to great careers.
And draft day trades happen all the time, but being traded for your college teammate, pick apart, that's pretty unique.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Just playing some real gritty defense right now, just getting up in bodies and forcing a lot of turnovers.
And so in the game for the Hawks, they've got Bembry, also Teague out there. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Reddish. And it's Fernando in at the 4. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. You know, Brenny's bounced around, but late bloomer Dwayne Dedmon making impressive strides in his game.
Yeah, you think about going from a 10-day contract to having a ton of starts as a center. This guy is very skilled, Dedmon, and the ability to go out and shoot the basketball, I think, has raised the most eyebrows about what he can do for your team offensively.
Teague kicks to Bembry. At the tip, and Teague is right there. Teague's got his first 2 points.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
You can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Boucher. He doesn't hit that one. So the Hawks will take it the other way. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And it's a 3-point Atlanta lead.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Fernando, the pass to Dedmon. Again, the Hawks score.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks. Here's what the Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Saturday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Monday, They'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for that game against the Thunder, they'll need to be at their best for this contest. Anything short of excellence, and they'll be in for a rough ride.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. And then for Atlanta, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Hunter comes in for Reddish. Young is subbed in for T. Carter, he's checked in for Atlanta. Kevin Huerter comes in for DeAndre Bembry. Most every team now, Brent, looking to run when they can run. Who's the most lethal big man in transition? Who can get baseline to baseline in a hurry and make a difference at the other end.
Don't think I've seen any player do the type of things at his size and with his stride than Giannis. I just think there were eye-popping plays that people could not wrap their head around what it is he could do. Taking 2 steps from half court, lengthening out his right arm to finish at the rim, grabbing offensive rebounds from the block, not taking any steps and dunking it over the top and getting to the free throw line. Giannis running in transition as a big is a problem for the defense.
And all that on the offense, but on his defensive side, he was always doing the same kind of things defensively. Blocking shots, blocking out, whatever the case may be.
Yep, causing, I mean, just the simple fact of being a deterrent, Kevin, to people coming into the lane and using that length. I mean, Giannis Antetokounmpo is something special in that regard as a big.
Both ends of the floor, I totally agree. Here's Capella. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. And so Ibaka will bring it up for Toronto. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Huerter. The long distance 3 is buried. Huerter's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Shot preparation is fantastic as Huerter's able to get his feet set that time.
And Ibaka slams it in. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. Oh, goodness.
Ibaka against Capella. He gets stolen by Lowry. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And what a take from Lowry, using that quickness to just blaze to the rim.
And it's Hunter with the jam.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Lowry for 3. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D could afford to give.
To the paint. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Toronto leading by 4.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Yeah, that's not an assignment that I want there, Kevin. I'd rather do math homework than to try and cover that guy.
Here's Huerter. A 3-pointer, no good. And so it's Toronto with their lead standing at 6 points here. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, the first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. During one stretch, they trailed by 7, never falling behind too far. And that...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, Kyle Lowry getting it done today.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Anunoby in at small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Uses the glass to finish the layup. VanVleet's got the first points of the second half up on the board for Toronto. And the last 2 drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Shots good from Young.
You got to keep the ball moving, and that time Herder's pass leads to an open look.
A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And that's now 6 points for Siakam to the inside. Fast break Toronto. Siakam's running. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Herter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always. Capella kicks to Hunter. Back to Capella. 6 on the shot clock. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Capella's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I'm not sure what the coach said at halftime, but whatever it did, it's lit a fire. They're now 4 of 4 from the field to start their offense here in the second half.
And offensively, Ibaka's been spending more time out on the perimeter, but watching him work inside there, you realize that may still be his bread and butter.
Baseline jumper. Here's Lowry. It's deflected. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Capella, the pass to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Way too easy for Collins. With ideal positioning, he's a real problem out there.
Here's Anunoby. That 3 off the mark. The Hawks trail by 6. Young outside. And stolen by Siakam. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. And Ibaka kicks to Van Vliet. To the wing on the left. Inside. And Capella sends it back. And they'll keep possession. And it's Ibaka scoring on a gorgeous play. Ibaka's got 9.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Here's Herter. Covered by Van Vliet. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And the leaderboard with some point guards who have been getting their hands dirty in the paint lately. Let's take a look at the top rebounding 1 guards of the last 10 games. Kyle Lowry, 3rd.
And this is a unique group of players. It's not often we talk about the rebound leaders at the point, but with these guys, it's warranted because of just how well they do.
It's a dimension of the game that so few point guards have, and it's an attribute that makes them much more valuable to their ball clubs. To have that many rebounds coming from the point guard position, what a plus you got there.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Teague against Davis. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Teague, and it's slammed in by Teague.
I have to admire how relentless Teague is on the drive, as well as how consistent he is at burying those looks.
Outside Gasol. There's the pass to Powell. Back to Hollis Jefferson. Atlanta with the rebound.
Oh, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Teague can't hit.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
That one good for 2. Hollis Jefferson's got the lead up to 11 now for the Raptors.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Here's Teague. Missed. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Raptors lead by 11. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. On the court for Atlanta, Teague out there with Bembry. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. Then it's Reddish. And it's Fernando in at the power forward. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Well, we hear this all the time. Good defense beats good offense. Do you think that's true?
I don't know how defense scores. So in today's game, seeing the juggernauts and seeing what we've seen, Kevin, quite frankly, as some of the best offensive teams, not only in the last 5 years, but in the history of the league, around the Houston Rockets and what the Golden State Warriors have been able to do. It's about equipping your team defensively to be able to stop that stylistically, but certainly every coach will say it comes down to defense because that is something you can control.
The Hawks trail by 11. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Collins is running.
The leap that we saw John Collins make last year was pretty awesome. Scary thing is he's just going to keep getting better and wants to improve that consistency in terms of his shooting range around the top of the key. He's just a great finisher on the inside. John Collins, one of the game's better dunkers.
Siakam inside. Dedmon defending. Here's Gasol. Lays it up off the glass. And the Raptors lead by 11. And you pair Collins with a passer like Trae Young? Look out.
Yeah, you get him the ball around that launch point where he can get his feet together, and Trae can pretty much throw it anywhere. Collins last year a top 20 player in field goal percentage as a roll man in pick and roll situations.
Yep, that one goes.
The inside game of Dedmon looks pretty good there. That's a nice move. Comfortable with that.
A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone now. Powell finds Davis. Gasol's in the post. Working on Collins. Gasol no good. The Hawks trail by 9. Here's Reddish. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Gasol, no good. Atlanta's shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. Powell with the steal. Davis with it. Dedmon's there. And finished off by Gasol.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much elevation for Gasol to throw one down, of course, unless somebody's standing right in his way. That dunk is going to be easy money for him.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Siakam passes to Gasol. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And through the years, he's become very confident in that shot. Gasol's almost better from mid-range than he is in tight. That's a great weapon for a 7-footer to have.
Back to Collins. Plenty of space. That's good. And so Teague with the assist. Collins has got 6 in the quarter. Toronto leading by 9. Powell, the pass to Siakam. Right side Gasol. And finished off by Gasol.
Tremendous offensive output tonight. Gasol has been aggressive, and he's forcing the defense to adjust.
Some changes for Toronto. Anunoby, he's checked in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Fred VanVleet comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Davis. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Hunter comes in for Reddish. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for DeAndre Bembry. And Trae Young subbed in for Jeff Teague. 3 on the clock. Pulls up on the elbow. Shot by Collins, no good. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Raptors. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Lob pass to Capella. .106 left in the game.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Raptors.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
And listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47. And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Pascal Siakam.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Free throw drops for Gasol.
And the way Mark plays, similar to his brother Powell, a soft shooting big man with phenomenal length.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Johnson, he's checked in for Siakam. Thomas comes in for OG Anunoby. And it's Patrick McCaw in for Kyle Lowry. Here's Graham. Makes it off the glass.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync, making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Here's Herter. They get it back.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Off on that one. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. So, David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll... The bustling financial district here in Kent. And before...
Well, Joel...
Thank you, David. Clark up front. That's where the game will likely be won or lost in this one.
Great talent, no doubt, on the front lines here. But if for some reason they cancel each other out, then you know where it's going to be decided, in the backcourt with guys about your size, Kevin.
Now, wait a minute. Look at the 76ers starting group. Richardson and Harris filling out the wing. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. And it's Milton in at the 1 spot. And for Toronto, Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Anunoby in at the 3. Now here's Embiid. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. The shot's good on the assist by Horford.
He's capable of bearing the triple. Joel Embiid is not bashful when it comes to shooting from there. As a matter of fact, I think he takes too many threes, but he can make it.
Here's VanVleet. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And there's been some turnover in the Philly front office, but through it all, some bold moves.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, guys. First, the process, and we heard a lot about that as they were stockpiling draft picks and losing a lot of games. It was maybe the most drastic rebuild in NBA history, at least as I can recall. Then new leadership in Elton Brand, who's done an outstanding job, pushing all their chips into the middle to go for it. Great credit to him for not sitting back. In both cases, a plan and a direction, and that's what you want from your organization.
Here's VanVleet following the basket by Al Horford. VanVleet passes to Siakam. Outside Lowry. Back to Siakam. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Matter of fact, a lot of his points came from the stripe. He was feeling it. You know, there's been some improvement in his free throw shooting this year. His percentage has taken a little jump compared to last season.
Embiid. Richardson dishes to Harris. Richardson the pass to Harris. On the wing, Harris. Here's Richardson. It's tipped. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Ibaka against Embiid. And Ibaka kicks to Lowry. And again, no good by Toronto. The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Milton the pass to Harris. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Embiid. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Boy, a large frame and nimble feet and great strength allow Embiid to be bully balling guys down low.
Now here is Lowry. He picked up 21 points in their last win against the Utah Jazz. Count that one from VanVleet.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Right wing. It's stolen by Lowry. Fast break Toronto. Out to Ibaka. Releases. Offensive rebound.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
And the pass to Thibault. Back to Embiid. Richardson outside. Launches a 3. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, Embiid plays with really good effort, and he plays with an effervescence that's contagious, and it's really endearing for a guy of his size.
Yep, it counts. That's 7 points for Siakam.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Richardson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And that one's good. Thibault.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Lowry finds Ibaka. And here is Siakam. And he uses the glass on the layup. Siakam's got 9 points.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Thibault, the pass to Harris. There's the dish to Embiid over Ibaka. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist from Harris. 9 points for Joel Embiid. Here's Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
And for a guy who rarely dribbled when he first entered the league, Ibaka now comfortable enough to score off the drive.
Harris's shot is off. Raptors leading by 3. Ibaka, the pass to Anunoby. Back to Ibaka. Here's Lowry. Tips it, and Ibaka is right there. Ibaka's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Here's Embiid, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Pascal Siakam getting it done for the Toronto Raptors. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Back to the action after this word.
Coming from the place where, base was what's driven to us every time. I mean,
wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so, in the game for the 76ers, Mike Scott out there with Robinson. Then there's Alec Burks. Then there's Horford. And it's Neto in at the point. Burks in the corner. Scott with the ball. Gasol covering. Jacks up a 3. Toronto grabs the miss.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
That's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot. A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Powell with the steal. Here's Davis. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Scott kicks to Neto. Now here is Horford. Defense is right there. Scott the pass to Burks. Lock at 6. The 76ers with another miss. Toronto leading by 12. And tonight, Clark, not just any regular season game. These teams going for higher seeds in the playoffs.
And Kevin, you've been doing it a long time, and you can feel, even during the regular season, when there's a little extra juice in the players and in the building, and guys are locked in, and it gives you a preview of what the playoff intensity is like. That doesn't happen a lot with the number of games in the NBA schedule, but you can certainly feel it when it does.
You sure can. Hollis Jefferson finds Gasol. No good on that one. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Here's Burks. The shot's good on the assist by Horford.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Pass to Boucher. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Now, here's Scott. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Neto, the pass to Robinson. And then Robinson slams it in.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim.
I don't care what the score is there, fellas. That's the play we'll remember from this game, clearly.
Davis gets a wide open look, and the Raptors hit again from deep.
Really, it's a thing of beauty to watch Hollis Jefferson move the ball like that. I mean, he's a team-oriented guy who looks to make the pass as much as possible.
That one's good, and the Raptor lead has got down to 11 on the bucket from Robinson. Raptors moving the ball around. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points. The Raptors in second.
They've shown a tremendous ability to cash in on their opponent's mistakes, creating offense with their defense. A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
Here's Neto. 11 points for him in that last game against Detroit. Right side, Scott. And finished off by Scott.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Horford kicks to Neto. Elbow shot. Powell pulls it in.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Back to Hollis Jefferson. Over in the corner, Gasol. They get the rebound.
One of the things you love about Hollis Jefferson is his activity. I mean, he impacts the game really without having plays called for him.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors looking at...
Kevin, thank you. Here with Brett Brown. Now, Coach, it seemed like you guys came out a little flat. How do you get some energy for the second half?
You just got to go with the people that have energy. I feel like we are not the aggressors. We have to do whatever we're going to do through our defense, and so far.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. What a start it was for Pascal Siakam. He had 9 points and 3 rebounds. And let's get your thoughts, big fella, on the Raptors.
You got to like their offense efficiency.
And that's going to do it for us here.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Ibaka in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Here's Milton. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Well, you got to push Embiid out farther. I mean, when he's this close, he's focused on one thing, wrecking that rim.
Now here's VanVleet. Outside Lowry. Pass to Siakam. Ibaka outside. It's over Embiid. Shot's good by Ibaka. Ibaka's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And for a big guy who came into the league fairly raw, Ibaka's jump shot now looks second nature.
Milton the pass to Horford. Embiid against Lowry. Pass to Milton. Back to Embiid. Here's Harris. It's hauled in by the Raptors. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Lowry passes to Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
And, you know, Lowry looks to set up his open teammates beautifully. Nice dime there, and it really keeps the team tied together nicely. Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
The 76ers shooting their first free throw of the game right now. And that one misses. And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us my senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship. Unfortunately came up short. The teammates and coaches and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me.
Here's Anunoby. After the Sixers pick up 2, Siakam passes to Anunoby. What do you think the NBA? And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And it's Harris off the drive. Embiid, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Lowry passes to Siakam. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his 5th assist in this one. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
You take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
Powell, he's checked in for the Raptors. Davis comes in for Fred VanVleet. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Richardson, he's checked in for Shake Milton. And oh, here we go. Lowry's got the fast break chance. Siakam finds Lowry. Now here's Powell. Back to Lowry. To the middle. Siakam left side. Toronto needs to get off a shot. Embiid with the steal. Here's Korkmaz. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Kyle Lowry picks one up there. For Philadelphia, they have started out 0 of 1 from the line, missing their only other attempt earlier. The first free throw is good. Andre Hollis-Jefferson, he's checked in for Pascal Siakam. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And so Lowry will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They lead by 14. Here's Hollis-Jefferson, and the rejection by Embiid.
Yeah, good energy and awareness that time by Embiid to deny that shot.
And here are the numbers for Powell. Over the last month, he has been spectacular, averaging 23 points per game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And really just excellent numbers. I like what we've been seeing from him across the board.
I do too. I mean, he's playing with much more focus now and a much higher level of intensity.
That one is no good. Toronto leading by 13. He feeds it to Gasol, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Embiid.
Defensive Player of the Year back in 2003. Gasol entered the league with a raw skill set, a lot of size, and we've seen the determination.
There's 48 seconds left to play here in the third. On the wing, Harris. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Chalk up 2 there.
There's no way you can minimize his concentration. Excellent focus in finding a way to score that time by Harris.
And stolen by Harris. Here we go, one-on-one. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some more.
For Philadelphia, they have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
It's tipped, and so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Up top, Embiid. Horford finds Richardson. Back to Horford. 6 to shoot. The pass to Embiid. No good on the last second attempt there. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Toronto ahead. They're up by 11. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth, the talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Then there's Richardson, and it's Korkmaz in at the small forward position. The shot by Lowry, no good. The 76ers trail by 11. Inside, good ball movement here by the 76ers. Horford, no luck. Toronto's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Davis controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Raptors lead by 13.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And a slam dunk by Richardson.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it.
That might indeed ignite a spark in this team.
And Lowry gets it to go.
A veteran guard with a knack for penetrating defenses. Lowry can pretty much get any shot he wants.
Embiid. That shot missing. Good work defensively by Gasol. It's Powell on the wing. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Outside Lowry. Davis with it. And it's Richardson picking him up. For the three. And Davis gets it to go. Davis has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, he's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Powell with the steal. It's Davis with the drive. It's blocked. Here's Korkmaz, guarded by Powell. Korkmaz, no good. Raptors leading by 16. Pass to Powell. He kicks to Gasol. Shoots over Embiid. A nice shot by Gasol.
And through the years, he's become very confident in that shot. Gasol's almost better from mid-range than he is in tight. That's a great weapon for a 7-footer to have.
And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. And the Raptors with some changes. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. OG Anunoby comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Davis. Passes it to Milton. Back to Richardson. 5 to shoot. And he banks in the layup. Clark, there are a lot of great playmakers in this NBA that sometimes we don't talk about or under the radar.
Yeah, there are. Again, there's so many outstanding players in a league of 30 teams, but, you know, Drew Holiday has been outstanding as a big playmaking guard, as good scoring the ball as he is playmaking. Draymond Green, not a guard, but makes decisions and passes the ball like a high-level guard and is extremely valuable in that Warriors attack. Those two guys are a little bit undervalued for their ability to make their teammates better.
Good point.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Yeah, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Van Vliet with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. Siakam kicks to Van Vliet. Pass to Anunoby. Now Ibaka. To the paint, picked off in midair. Here's Embiid. It's blocked. The ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Siakam. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. The putback, and Embiid is right there.
Yeah, you know, he's one of the toughest matchups in the game without question. Embiid is excellent at staying aggressive when he's hot.
Out to Ibaka. Now here's Van Vliet. Richardson cover. Van Vliet passes to Anunoby. Ibaka against Horford. 4 on the clock. Shot from the wing. And that one hits back iron. 76ers have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Raptors.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Pascal Siakam.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Boucher is checked in. Johnson comes in for Pascal Siakam. Thomas checked in for OG Anunoby. And McCaw is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And it's the 76ers with the ball. After the Raptors pick up 2. Neto kicks to Korkmaz. Shoots over Van Vliet. And here's Neto outside. Here's Robinson. And finished off by Robinson.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
And GA, strong work all around. And the rebound and the stuff both. Wow.
Yep, he stayed with it all the way and got his reward at the end.
First personal foul. In for your Raptors.
From deep. No good. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg,
2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20. And first looks at what's coming up in my team for 2K21.
Terrific shot of Nathan Phillips Square here in down. And as they... Guys, I love his honesty. All right, thank you, D.A. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Tucker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. And it's Tice in at the 5 spot. And for Toronto, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the center, locking down the middle. And Ibaka slams it in.
The aggressive side of Serge coming through asserts himself at the rim.
And in recent seasons, we've seen Serge Ibaka involved in some extracurriculars. He can get a little chippy out there.
Yes, indeed. Last season, he had a 3-game suspension. Penalties can escalate for repeat offenders, something he's got to be aware of.
Back to VanVleet. There's the pass to Siakam. Good on the shot.
Oh, great concentration from Siakam. Takes the hit, yet his eyes never leave the rim.
Hayward kicks to Brown. Back to Hayward. On the wing, Brown. Back to Hayward. Just 5 on the clock. The shot from 20 feet away. And it's Toronto with the rebound. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
They played terrific defensively. The few cracks they showed, guys were quick to rotate and help each other out.
I love the communication, love the hustle. They came up with big stops all night.
They grabbed their own miss. Tice, no good.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Here's Siakam. Oh, that's blocked. Hayward with the ball. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Brown wide open. He fires. They get it back. Hayward kicks to Walker. Back to Hayward. Over Siakam. And it's Hayward. That time on the assist by Walker.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Passes to Lowry. He is looking for Siakam and finds him.
I love it. Excellent ball movement. Kyle Lowry knowing who to give it to and when. The Toronto Raptors are an elite defensive group. Reasons why they're long, they're smart, and they're experienced.
Here's VanVleet moving it up, and Siakam throws it down.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Back to Hayward. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. When you talk about the defensive IQ, Smitty, for the Raptors, where does that reveal itself?
For me, Kevin, their rotations. They are able to send help, double teams, and still recover and get out to shooters.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. Now, here's Siakam. Pass to Anunoby. Back to Siakam. Anunoby passes to Ibaka. That one's not going to go. So the Celtics will take it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks. Brown, and finished off by Brown.
And just awesome speed from Brown, blasting off towards the bucket and slamming it down.
We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter. VanVleet kicks to Anunoby. At the elbow, it's Ibaka. Knocked away. Brown, good.
And Brown runs the floor like a freight train. At 225 pounds, he's a mammoth that wrecks defenses in transition.
Here's Anunoby. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Siakam, right side. Ibaka, the pass to Siakam. Back to Ibaka. And again, unable to change momentum here. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yes, people have been surprised by Siakam's offense. What I'm surprised about is the efficiency.
That free throw missing. A new group in now for the Raptors. Marcus All's checked in for Ibaka. Rondae Hollis-Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. Powell, he's checked in for Fred VanVleet. Davis is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And a new group in for the Celtics. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice. Williams comes in for Gordon Hayward. Marcus Smart's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Kemba Walker. Here's Wanamaker. No good on the triple. Fast break Toronto. Lob pass to Gasol. That one doesn't go.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
It could go, and he drains the 3, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time, and it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
Gordon Hayward reunited with his college coach, Brad Stevens. He said they go wick.
Our relationship started when...
And I'm sure, Greg, that relationship played a big role in Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics.
And not just a connection, but a respect. Hayward now a veteran in this league, while Stevens has moved into the conversation for one of the better young coaches in our league.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
And they took advantage of some careless ball handling, some careless passing. You have to be more careful around these guys.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Raptors. Davis is out there with Norman Powell. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Hollis-Jefferson in at the small forward.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Williams with a clean look. They get it again. Kanter kicks to Tatum. It's deflected. The Celtics working the ball around now. Here's Wanamaker. Boston again missing. Raptors leading by 6. Here's Powell. That shot misses. Good work defensively by Smart.
Very rare for players to be elite defenders from the moment they set foot in the NBA, but that was the case for Marcus Smart. A tremendous physicality to go with a pit bull disposition has made him downright scary at times at that end of the floor.
5 on the clock. Davis, the pass to Powell. Over Smart. And Kanter pulls it down.
The defender took away the airspace, crowded him. That changed the shot.
Pass to Wanamaker. Smart on the wing. Takes the 3. Good on the triple. You know, Greg, defense a given for Marcus Smart. The growth necessary for him has been at the offensive end.
And now, finally making progress as a three-point shooter. Had already made strides with his passing. He's becoming quite the two-way player.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Williams, he's checked in for Williams. The Celtics shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Hollis-Jefferson finds Davis. Here's Powell. Boucher passes to Gasol. Up again. Down low. Here's Boucher. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
You know, Steve, so much goes into being an effective bench player. What do you like to see in a team's sixth man?
What I love, Kevin, is a guy that can come off as a sixth man is he doesn't disrupt what's going on with the starters. Also, he's ready. And most of those guys that wins that award, they don't need time to adjust to the game. They come in and make an immediate impact.
Walker dishes to Williams. And the rejection by Lowry.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Gasol passes to Van Vliet. And here is Powell. There's 1:38 left to play here in the second quarter. Lowry from outside. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got his third assist on the night. To the inside. Stolen by Van Vliet. From deep three-point range. Knocks it loose.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that.
Inside. Boucher passes to Gasol. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. Kemba Walker picks one up. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Toronto. Pascal Siakam comes in for Norman Powell and then for Boston. Daniel Tice comes in for Cantor. And Gordon Hayward is subbed in for Smart.
Over a decade in Memphis for Marc Gasol, even played his high school basketball there. Now a new phase.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backcourt.
Here's Hayward, and they pick up two. Hayward's got his third basket of the night right there.
Very effective off the bounce. Gordon Hayward doesn't care who's in his way.
There's 53 seconds left in the first half of the game. Outside Lowry. And Boston with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Tice kicks to Walker. Here's Brown. Siakam pulls it in. Raptors leading by 8. Ibaka, the pass to Gasol. And that one, good. Gasol's got 9.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
The kick out to Brown. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. It's good on the putback.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
When you're 7-1, that rim's not far out of reach.
Brown finds Williams. The kick out to Brown. There's the 3. The offensive rebound. Tice. On its way from Hayward for 2. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. A big-time effort for Marc Gasol, providing a lot of energy for...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. They took over in the second quarter, building their... And that should do it.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. It's been a clinic out there by Marc Gasol.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
On the floor for Boston. Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Jason Tatum is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Walker in at the 1. Now, here's Tice. Back to Hayward. From the baseline. Siakam pulls it in. And so Siakam will bring it up for Toronto. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand.
These are the looks this offense is designed to generate. Siakam deadly close to the rim.
And Walker kicks to Hayward. Shoots the 3. Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Kemba Walker.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
And the shot goes in from Siakam. Siakam's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Three-pointer. That shot, no good. Now Toronto takes it the other way. Anunoby passes to Siakam. Well, Steve, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Williams' shot is off. Raptors leading by 11. Ibaka with the ball. Williams picks him up. Siakam passes to Ibaka. Taken away by Williams. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Raptors. On Saturday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons. And then on Monday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
Some changes for Toronto. Boucher is checked in, and Norman Powell subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And the Celtics also making a change. Cantor's checked in. The Celtics have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. Raptors with the lead. To the left wing, Hollis Jefferson passes to Siakam.
You know, he's able to shoulder more and more of the load offensively. Siakam's star continues to rise.
Smart dishes to Williams. And there's the pass to Wanamaker. Outside Williams. Shot clock at 5. It's stolen by Davis. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That is his first foul of the game. Marc Gasol is checked in for the Raptors. The Celtics also with a sub. Williams is checked in. Outside Gasol. Passes it to Boucher. And that one is hammered home.
Just another part of what makes Gasol so special, the vision to locate the open man.
Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
Well, the book, Greg, is the same for Enes Kanter as it's always been. Great score inside, but his defense leaves you wanting.
And Kevin, at this point, he is who he is. I mean, for better or worse. Kanter is still a force off the bench to give a team some post presence in their second unit, but not sure he'll ever be a player to build around.
Wanamaker the pass to Smart. Williams with a clean look. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists tonight.
The defense decides to gamble off him, and he cashes in.
Here's Gasol, shoots over Kanter, and Gasol gets it to go. Gasol's got 13 points.
Finding an opportunity inside, it's a good read by Marc Gasol. He's one of our high IQ players that we have.
On the wing, Williams. And Wanamaker has it in the corner. This one for 3. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Williams.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They've shown a lot of heart, a lot of fight, and they're close to taking the lead.
Hollis Jefferson finds Gasol. Outside Tatum. In the corner, Smart with it. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Oh, great ball movement there.
12 seconds left to play in the third. Got a piece of it. Here's Wanamaker. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Pascal Siakam getting it done for Toronto. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be back with you shortly. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Anunoby is outside at 3 with Ibaka down at power forward. Ed Van Vliet out there with Lowry, and it's Gasol in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. The putback, rebound by the Raptors. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Lowry kicks to Van Vliet. Raptors moving the ball around. Ibaka down low, guarded by Smart. Just 5 on the clock. Van Vliet passes to Anunoby, and he dunks it down.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
Here is Hayward. The kick out to Walker. Over Lowry. That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Walker.
You got to shadow Walker. His mid-range game is on point.
Van Vliet looking around. Shoots. Kemba Walker with the rebound. Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. To take the lead, offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Celtics lead by 1. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
Anunoby passes to Van Vliet. The shake. He takes it up and lays it in. Van Vliet's got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you can ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
Here's Walker. Here's Tice. Out to Hayward. One-on-one here. And Lowry has it in the corner. Pass to Anunoby. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Siakam is checked in for Marc Gasol. Robert Williams is checked in for the Celtics. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here, Siakam kicks to Anunoby. Clock at 6, outside Lowry. The Raptors need to get a shot. And the Raptors miss again.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
The ability to close out on perimeter shooters is so important in today's game.
Count that one from Van Vliet.
Nice pass. Not really known as a natural facilitator, but Ibaka has the experience at this point to execute these plays.
Brown the pass to Walker. Now, here's Tice. Williams finds Tice. The kick out to Williams. Over to the wing. Here's Walker. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Ibaka's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Back to Van Vliet. Ibaka against Williams. Down low. Here's Siakam. Williams with the block.
The reach of Williams is outstanding. He uses it to perfection to deny shooters.
44 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when you're talking about a game down the stretch.
Boston making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. .32 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Lowry. Pass to Anunoby. In the corner, Ibaka with it. Siakam, right side. Outside for Lowry. Clock at 4. Ibaka, the pass to Siakam. Second chance effort. Good!
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
He hits the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. Both shots good from the stripe. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge.